So, and these would be the outside of this box right here. Now, the widths will be the same, and the lengths will be the same. And you can see here I have these plus signs on the outside, and that's because we're going to add all of these sides together. Now, there's different ways that we can solve perimeter. The first one would be 2 times length plus 2 times width. And what are some other ways that we can write this equation out? We can do length plus width plus width. And this is the exact same thing as the first equation. So are there any others? Very good, very good. We can do 2 times, in parentheses, length times width. And these are all going to give us the same answer. And so with perimeter, we are looking at the outside of a shape. For area, we're going to multiply width times length. And is there any other equations we can write this as? Because up here we have 3, but down here we can only multiply. That's the only equation we have for area. So if for here we put length as 5 and width as 3, and we multiply it, how many do we get? 15, correct. So we have 15 feet. Are we finished? We forgot something. The squared. And why do we put the squared? Because we have 2 lengths and 2 widths. So that's why we write the squared. All right, let's move on to our last one, volume. So we have the length, we have the width, and now we're going to add in the height. And so we need to multiply those all together. And there's also no other way to write this. We only have the one way, the same as the area. Whereas with perimeter, we have the 3 different equations, and you can do whichever one you prefer. That's up to you. Let's move on to some examples of how this looks. So for the first one, let's find the perimeter. We're going to combine all the sides. So how many is this? 16, right? And how did you guys get to 16? We added them all together. All right, let's move to the second one, and we're going to find the area through multiplication. So we have 3 and 5, and when we multiply them, we get 15. So 15 feet, good, very good, squared. And we do the squared because we have 2 widths and 2 lengths. The last one, we're going to be doing volume of our 3D shape, and we need to multiply the length times the width times the height. So length, which number are we going to use for length? Well, according to our key, we're going to substitute it in for 5. And our width, that's right, 3. And how about height? Substitute in for 6. And yes, we're doing this because we're going to use substitution with our key. You know, it's kind of in the same ideas as a football game. Someone gets hurt, so you swap them out with a person on the bench. That, you know, it's the same idea with substitution. So we're switching length for a number and width for a number and so on and so forth. So 5 times 3 times 6 equals, so yes, first we're going to have to multiply 5 times 3 and then multiply that by 6. Wow, you guys are really fast. Because this all multiplied together is 90. So we have 90 centimeters cubed. Very, very good. And why do we do cubed? Because there's 3 different dimensions we're using. Wow, you guys are doing very good, and you're going to do incredibly on your homework. I have no doubt about it.